Hello everyone, and welcome back to another vlog. I am so happy to be vlogging again. Also, my look is really funny because I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but also welcome back. If you're new, welcome to my channel. Welcome to a new video. I'm so excited to have you here today, so joyful. And if you're returning, then welcome back. You already know the vibe. We're here for another video. If you've been watching the past two videos, you know that I've been really talking about how Pisces season, aka until March 20th, it started like, you know, 3-4 weeks ago. Well, if we trace back from March 20th, but essentially Pisces season is the 12th house, and it's really the time of rebirth for a lot of us. If you're watching this, a lot of you guys may be experiencing a lot of huge shifts in your life, maybe a lot of endings, maybe a lot of parts of you dying off, things being brought up. You might just really feel like lots of chapters are closing, lots of doors are closing, and maybe you're beginning to feel into new ones opening, or maybe new ones are already beginning to open. You might feel yourself like really changing, like a lot of new ideas coming in, the way you're viewing the world changing. I know I'm definitely feeling a lot of those things, and it's very common because the 12th house is it's like the final chapter of the astrological new year, right? The astrological new year begins in Aries season. Aries is the first house, and then you can imagine the signs go through all the houses. So for example, after Aries season is Taurus season, and Taurus season rules the second house, or symbolic of the second house. Then we have Gemini, which is the third house, and so on and so forth, until we come to that 12th house, which is the final chapter of the astrological year. So the lessons that you've been learning, the themes, like everything that's been going on is coming to like a conclusion, right? If you watch a movie, it's like at the end everything begins to wrap up, like all the characters come together. You know what movie I really love? I forgot what it's called, maybe you guys can remind me, but it's Emma Stone and I think not Channing Tatum, but he's like Ryan Gosling maybe. He like plays a player essentially, and then he falls in love with Emma Stone, and then ironically he's helping Emma Stone dad become like hot again. Please remember telling me what that movie is, because I love that movie. But you know how at the end when all of it comes together, like everything, like, you know, all the characters meet, like it's all coming together. It's like that kind of energy in your life. So I want to like just give you guys a few messages. One, if you feel like you went through more of like an intense time, I promise you that everything is happening is for your highest good. I always remind my clients of that. I've had a lot of one-on-one client sessions. I have a lot tomorrow. If you're, by the way, also, you'll be watching this tomorrow, I believe on Thursday, I'm going to be opening new spots for next week, so the week of March 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So you can, I'll be posting on Instagram, but I'll be opening up a private session. So if that's something you're called to, they get booked within like a day or two. So I just want to give people a heads up. I've usually posted on Sunday, and then usually by end of day Sunday, I'm already booked, sometimes Monday. So I just like to like give you a heads up of when you want, and if you want to right now book in advance, you can also book in advance. Usually I just announce it, but I open spots every week. But essentially, this is like a message I've been really wanting to share with my private clients, and I want to just kind of share with you as well, which is if you're feeling like there's a lot of endings happening, whether it's in your career, in your relationships, in your friendships, whatever it may be, and it feels overwhelming, I want you to know that it's for your highest good. Life is so divine, and yeah, I know that can feel very overwhelming, where you don't even know the potential that lies ahead of you sometimes. Like, you don't even know. Like, if someone were to tell me genuinely in like summer of 2019 where my life would be up to now, I don't know if I would have believed it. Like, so it's been so, like, so much stuff. Like, someone told me like, oh yeah, in 8 months you're gonna meet a guy, you're gonna fall in love, and then in a year and a half, or like a year and 8 months, you're gonna be engaged. Like, it's like, you can't see that. And I remember for me, in 2019, I think a lot of like really, like, not sad moments, but like kind of like confusion. Like, I was like, what? Like, I remember at the time I was dating and stuff, and it's just like, I'm very obviously picky and I have very high standards. You guys remember I've talked about on podcasts which serve me very well, where like, yeah, I'm just not going to be your friend. I'm like Russian, so I have like that kind of vibe where like, if you invite me on a date, you're going to pick me up or send me a car. Like, I'm not going to Uber and pay to meet you. Like, I don't know, I have very strong, very kind of like men should court you kind of beliefs, very strong. And I remember kind of being like, I couldn't even imagine what was ahead. I was like, I don't know, I couldn't see what was ahead. It just felt like, what's going on? Like, things aren't clicking how I felt like they would. I mean, and not like in a bad way, like I felt like everyone who I was dating like loved me and wanted to be with me, but I was like, I don't want to be with any of these people. I know it sounds like really fucked up to say, but it was like me. I was like, why, where is like my person? Anyway, like my point is like I couldn't even see like what the next chapter would hold, and I just had to trust life that the things that would end would open a new door. And I remember like finally when this is like, I don't know like sharing these like personal stories now, but I remember I was seeing this one guy who I really liked, but it kind of wasn't our lifestyles just like didn't really align, and I don't know, like it essentially was not gonna work. And for a long time I kind of, you know, you're in that position, you kind of like want to make things work even though you can feel that that person is like not in the emotional maturity to be in a relationship, like to like something serious. Anyway, that kind of finally ended, and I was like, I remember one day I was like, I'm done with this. I literally vividly remember being like, I am done, like genuinely being like with my full body, not like haha I'm done, and then they text you and like, hey, no, but like I am DONE. And then as soon as I felt like that really close, it literally felt like a whole new energy opened, and then like a brand new bitch was born, and I felt so like, yeah, it was like a whole new, and then I met my husband shortly after. But like essentially like you can't see what's behind that curtain sometimes. And I just want to remind you that if things are closing in your life, like you might right now not be able to see behind the curtain, or maybe you already can sense it, right? Maybe you can already see, like I can already feel what's coming for me. But if you feel like you can't see what's behind the curtain, it's like that's sometimes the point. Life's like waiting for you to kind of step up and let go of what's not serving you so that you can kind of like open up to what's next. So just like trust that your desires are often like behind those curtains that you might not see. And also to really, another message I really want to share is that, well, obviously that whole new you is being born, so be conscious about it. That's why I've been making these vlogs. I know I wasn't that consistent for 2 weeks because I was like shifting in my own world, but like right now, you know, we're really changing, but as we enter Aries season, to like really step up into our highest selves. You guys know I've been doing like a little glow up kind of series, like the first episode, and yes, like for a lot of it is like physical, but because emotional stuff, mental stuff, you know, that's I share more like in my other work and vlogs. It's kind of like more fun. I like sharing them like more visceral kind of stuff. So in the first vlog we got like full new makeup, full new look. In yesterday's vlog I showed you the skincare, and today I don't know if I talked about yesterday, but basically back in the day I used to be a big fragrance girl, into really niche fragrances like Tiziana Tereni, and just like very like niche fragrances that you could only get really at like Neiman Marcus or Saks, things like that. Not basic shit like YSL Black Opium or stuff that you can just get like that, but really niche fragrances. I was really into it. My mom's really into it. My other friends really into it. I stopped getting into it because I started being really sensitive to fragrance, like really sensitive. It's because it is a lot for your body, especially if your body's really clean. And so I kind of stopped wearing fragrance. I literally wear like a Palo Santo oil, but I used to love fragrance, and I remember fragrance is so strong, where like scent is the most powerful form of memory. If I smell different perfumes from different chapters of my lives, I have flashbacks, like crazy, like chills on my body, flashbacks of different time periods. And I remember like I used to wear this one perfume. I don't want to like, it's like I kind of want to gatekeep it, but I don't know the exact one. I have a lot of the Tiziana Tereni ones. They're such unique scents. They're expensive. They're like $300 to $500, especially the gold edition ones. But they're the most unique scents. Like it's like kind of like Baccarat Rouge. Now obviously people are copying it, but like it's such a unique scent, the original, that like it's so, I think that they're really worth it. And it's a great perfume house. Like there's no scents like that in my opinion. Like they're so unique. I'm sure there are, and like people on Fragrantica will like tell you, but like in my opinion it's a great fragrance house. I forgot what the one that it was. It's like a gold one. I'll link it in the description. I would wear that when I'd go on dates, and literally like I remember all these men would text me like, oh my god, like your scent, like I can never forget your scent, or like, oh my gosh, I was somewhere and it smelled like you. Like this that scent was like a man magnet. So anyway, fragrance is powerful, right? Like, and then now though, if I smell those fragrances, like they're very strong, honestly. And I used to spray like 4 sprays, like damn. Anyway, I want to rebrand myself with a fragrance, and it just has to be one that I really like. And so many of them are so strong, because that's considered good, right? Like you want them to last. Like Tiziana Tereni perfumes last so well. Like there's one that I love the smell of it. It's just so strong. It's called Kirke. I'll link it down below. I personally love it. Scent is also very weird because like someone might say this is the best perfume ever, life-changing, and you smell it and you hate it. Or someone might say it's awful and you love it. So it's like so subjective, and also scent unravels on your personal skin, as you know, differently. Usually I have at least 3 notes, and like when you first spray a perfume, you only smell the first note. Then after hours, the second note, and then finally like that you smell the base. So like the same perfume on me and my mom smelled completely different. So that's really also something to take in consideration. Like what the perfume smells like when you spritz it is not what it's gonna smell on you when you wear it. And I know this from like, also I got this perfume. It was supposed to smell like chocolate. It's by, it's by, I'll have to ask my mom what it is. I can link it. But when you first spray it, it smells amazing, delicious. But when it uncovers, I hated I hated the other notes in it. When you first spray, you're like, like if you spritz it on a thingy, or like it smells so good. And then when it uncovers, it would smell, yeah, it would smell like I hated it. I gave it to my mom. Like she likes deeper, rich, different kind of scents. And I don't like floral scents. I like either super sweet scents like vanilla, like gourmand scents, which are considered scents that like kind of smell like you could eat them. And I also love like incense, musk, tobacco, oud, amber, that kind of vibe, like smoky, leathery, sexy kind of scents. But I don't like them super strong. Actually, yeah, perfume. Back to perfume. I like either like really smoky scents, but I don't like them super intense. Like for example, Tom Ford. My husband has like tons of Tom Fords. They make me ill. I'm like, please do not wear them. But it's funny because when we were first dating, I was that sensitive. But now, like if he sprays one spray, I'm like, I literally feel like I'm gonna vomit. So, like I said, I'm very sensitive, and I like powdery fragrances. That's what I was saying. I like really powdery fragrances. Some people don't like that. I love it. I don't know. I love super powdery fragrances. Anyway, I'm picking up a fragrance today that I've wanted for a long time, and I really need to sit on a fragrance because I can be impulsive where I like it and then like I don't like it later, and that's just like my Gemini nature. So my new thing is I try to really sit on my decisions. Obviously it's a full pussy yes, like it's like oh my gosh, then I listen to it usually, but I try to like sit on my decisions. And I'm gonna pick up Tom Ford Lost Cherry. It's a very controversial fragrance because people love it or hate it. It literally kind of smells like, it smells like a maraschino cherry, but I feel like that's the energy I want to carry into the new astrological year. And I have a cherry tattoo on my back, and it's very symbolic, and I can tell you what the symbolism is. It's actually really cute. It's at that point in my life, I was like healing and trying to tell myself like you can have like everything you want with a cherry on top, because I feel like I started getting this negative belief where like you could have a lot of what you want but not everything. And the tattoo was like a permanent way of reminding me like you can have everything you want in your life with a cherry on top. Some people might think that's silly and stupid, I understand, but to me it's very meaningful, and I feel like that's kind of the energy I want to bring into this next astrological year. Is like you don't have to think that you can only have certain things. Like I think I just noticed myself, especially I think obviously when you work with a lot of people and you see a lot of life experience, I started having more limiting beliefs about stuff. And I just think, and I guess hopefully this resonates with you, like you can, and yeah, it might take time, it might take healing, it might take work, but you can have everything like you desire and more. And I think it's really important to remember. So that scent is like very symbolic for me of like this, it's like such a juicy sweet scent, and like I want to be calling in like a juicy sweet energy in my life. So I'm gonna go pick up Lost Cherry from Sephora. So let's go. Should we do our fragrance unboxing? I mean, it's not that wild. It's just I got the 30 milliliter. There's actually a smaller one. So there's a big size that's like 300 something, which like unless you literally are obsessed with that perfume, I don't know why you'd get a huge size, because like you're just not gonna want it for that long. Like even the perfumes that you guys have loved and have literally sprayed every single day for like months, I still didn't finish. And like now that they're associated with the time period of my life, like I'm not gonna rewear them. I feel like maybe I'd layer them, I don't know, but it's just crazy because I feel like why would you buy a huge one? If you have bought a huge one, can you tell me if it's like you genuinely because you will use it for a long time? This is a middle size. This is the 30 ml. Also, they used to always in Sephora have these out, like you could just grab one, and the shelves were empty, and I was like, are they sold out of like all the perfume? Like I knew obviously that no, so then I said like ask representatives, they have to get it for you, but I'm like, ooh, are people like stealing like perfumes? That's wild. Oh my god, Do you feel this dopamine? Like listen to the crinkle and let your dopamine rise with me right now. Like let your dopamine rise, babe. Let it. I love when people do unboxings. I feel like I literally feel like I get the dopamine through them. Okay. Just a little bit messy. Yeah. Like right now I like the way it smells, but I feel like I like the way it first smells. I don't like the middle smell. Hopefully maybe it'll even get better. Oh, the bottle is so beautiful. I mean, the bottle really is. She is stunning. Oh my gosh, I love it. It's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. So when you first spray it, it's like unbelievable. I love it. Alcohol-y, maraschino cherry, queen. Then I have to let it wear, but then it kind of gets the base notes come out. I have to look it up what the base notes are, but it's like, it almost smells like smoky and musky, and then it goes back to being like cherry and powdery. I love it. I'm addicted. My friend used to say this joke. She's like, addicted to what the dick did. I don't know. I always think about it. So Tanisha, if you're watching this, I love it. I like the way it sets on my skin. It smells so good. I love it. Okay, you guys, this is my scent for the new astrological year. We're manifesting juicy, sexy goodness vibes. Yes, she's stunning and she smells like lost cherry. I know. She really is an icon, a legend, the moment. I'll link this down below, of course. I mean, I can Google it, but people like bitter peach too. I smelled it once and I very vaguely remember it. But like, oh, the vibes. See, we're building the main character energy for Aries season. We have the new makeup. We're getting the hair done. We have a new scent, baby. Like I actually need to go to the tailor. Right now I don't have time. I have actually a session with my mentor. I'm not even a mentor, like I'm not even a therapist, a spiritual guide. Her and I worked with her last year and I had a session with her. And I've been holding space for so many people, so then like I feel like I need that space too. I have like 3 pairs of pants I need to get tailored, so I don't know if we'll have time. Should I just go? I think I should just go home and go to the tailor after. I think she closes at 4 though, so maybe I'll have to go tomorrow to the tailor. And I'm teaching my online pole class tonight, Melt. You guys know, every Wednesday, 5:30 to 6:30. Most people don't come live actually because the recording's included, so never worry about if you can come live because you get access to the full class, so you don't want to miss a class because it's different every single week, so you don't want to miss like a brand new flow and a brand new sequence. Also, I released Melt Volume 2, which what that is essentially if you've missed like the past month and a half or you're just getting into, go ahead. You're just getting into online pole. I have a Melt 2 bundle, so like I said, Melt Volume 1 bundle, a Melt Volume 2 bundle, and you get 4 classes inside each, full access. You get to keep them. Wow, I put the heat on in my car and it's so hot. It's instant download, instant access. It's 4 classes, 4 full hours, 4 brand new sequences, so you get to keep all of that, which is really amazing. Oh yeah, this guy's driving, people are driving so crazy today. Guys, the full moon was last week. So yeah, I know a lot of people have been really loving that. A lot of people have purchased that, which makes sense because then you can just have it and you can kind of do it at your own pace in your own space, or if you go to a studio, whatever, like you can just you get to keep it that way. But anyway, I'm teaching that tonight too, so that's why I'm like, my time is, I need to be home and kind of, I'll be staying home after that, most likely. All right, I'm gonna keep drinking my coffee. When I drink my coffee, I manifest with it. You like to play music and have like an energy and visualize myself calling in that energy. So start doing that with your coffee or beverages. It is amazing. And if you do it, tag me, because I kind of want to start a movement of I mean, it's known, right, that if you charge your water with intention, it's very powerful. But I love doing it with like coffee or like your morning beverage, because I feel like it's priming your subconscious mind, like your day is just starting. Or when you listen to music, you kind of get like in a trance or in a flow, and music makes you feel specific emotions, especially if you kind of curate a playlist. I listen to my pole playlist. I have it available on Spotify, like anyone can listen to it. It's called Pole Play. Me and 2 or 3 of my pole friends actually are on it and like add songs to it. I feel like I add the most because I'm just like always like, this is a good pole song, this is a good pole song. But music makes you feel an emotion, right, which is a frequency, and then you're drinking that beverage, water, which you're charging with intention, and then you're bringing that frequency into your body and energetic field. Start doing it, like do it for like a month. With like, also it's really good to focus on 1 or a few intentions, because then you can kind of hyper focus your energy and see what manifests. Just some extra little manifestation tips for you guys. Okay, see, right now it's no longer maraschino cherry, it's like smoky. It's like a, oh my gosh, it's hard to, it's like, oh my gosh, I wish like I was better explaining fragrances, like, you know, experts, but it's like smoky, like a smoky wood almost, and then it goes back to being like a powdery cherry. It's so unique in that way. So I'm so happy I got that. I've been like, I'm glad I like sat on it for a really long time because I didn't want to buy it and then like hate it. So I'm really happy that I like waited on it. It is a little bit later in the day. I got home, I had my session, I did some work slash leisure activities on my computer. I just made the choreography for Melt and it is so good. If you ever want to see the vibe that I teach inside Melt, I actually posted a reel on my Instagram. I pinned it. I'm like in a cream bodysuit. That was the choreography we learned last week, so the week of March 8th we learned that one. It is so good. We actually learned, it got moved the class, but that was from last week. And this week we have such a spicy choreo. Like, my creativity effing pours out when I make these combos. Every single week it's a brand new sequence, and I don't make it to like a count because I don't want it to be like overwhelming for you guys thinking about hitting counts. It's not like this is like a dance class necessarily. It's a sequence, so you can find what feels good in your body, right? So you can maybe move faster to it, you can move slower. I just put together the whole sequence and it is so good. Next time I go to the studio, I want to go with my friend and have her record this sequence because it's just such a good one, and usually I have a song that does inspire it, and this one is The Streets. I think it's a remix by Doja Cat. So good. So if you've never come to my Melt classes, definitely come on Wednesdays. I'll have the link down below, or if you would rather get like an instant access, you can get Melt Volume 1 or Melt Volume 2, and you'll get those 4 classes, 4 full hours in each one. So if you get both, you'd have 8 hours, 8 full classes, 8 brand new sequences, and it's just so fun to play with. So I'm about to go run through it a few more times, have the Zoom link and everything sent out and ready, and I'm about to host our Melt class. And after my little guilty pleasure, I'm gonna watch some Love Island UK. You guys know my husband's actually British, and we like, ever since we first met, we started watching Love Island. It's how I started watching it in the early days. And honestly, I know it's such a trash TV show, but I do love watching it. So after I teach Melt, I was gonna wind down and end the day with a little bit of Love Island. So I'm really excited. I'm loving how the Lost Cherry, is that what it's called? I think Lost Cherry, right? That's what it's called, smelling. Online I read that it smells different on your wrist. Oh my gosh, other people were saying the same thing. I read some reviews on Reddit or one of the threads, and people were saying that it becomes like more woodsy and smoky. So it's so true. So when you first spritz it, it tastes, it's like cherry liqueur. It goes away so fast, and I wish that scent lasted longer. If anyone else knows any perfume where that cherry liqueur scent lasts longer, like that's the main scent, I would love to know. I think then it turns into like a really more mature, like woodsy kind of fragrance, like burning wood, oud. That's what I was saying as well. Like smoky. I kept saying smoky. And then the final note is like it's smoky with some cherry and it's more powdery. That's like the 3 stages it goes through. Apparently behind your ears it's really good, so I'm gonna try that as well. But yeah, the glow up is going up. I didn't have time to drop off my set to the tailor, so I'll bring you tomorrow to show you the pants I'm getting tailored. They're all really cool. They're part of my spring capsule collection, so I'll show you that probably tomorrow. Tomorrow I have a lot of one-to-one client sessions, and in the evening I have a pole class. So clients, tailor, pole, and Friday is our hair day. So I bring you guys along. I bring you guys along on Instagram to a lot of stuff too, so definitely make sure you're following me on there. I know everyone probably promotes that, but I'm really active on Instagram, so definitely follow me there if you want to stay updated. I don't know if I'm gonna end the vlog here. If I do end the vlog here, then don't forget to grab your tickets for the spring equinox and new moon ceremony. The full recording is included whether you come live or not, so it's already included. Definitely grab that. The Structure for Success, Give Your Business a Facelift Masterclass is now available as an instant download. A lot of people who missed it really wanted it, so I made that available. Also, you can always join Divinity if you know you're coming to both ceremonies. Divinity is just my monthly membership where you get access to both ceremonies I host every month for a discount. So if you want to save money and you know you're coming to both ceremonies or you want to be a part of them, same thing. Bless you. The full replays are included. You get to keep both of them whether you come live or not. So it's like you just get access to that regardless. So it's really good. You can join that. I just want to give some announcements, and if you want to get your full moon in Virgo plus Saturn in Pisces magic manifestation candle, we have a bit left, so make sure you grab that because I don't know how many we have left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. So if you want to get yours, so beautiful. These ones are infused with Palo Santo, so they actually smell like Palo Santo when you burn them. Most of them are fragrance free, so this one is a really special one where it's actually gonna smell amazing too. It's gonna cleanse, it's gonna clear, it's gonna purify your home, your mind, your life, bring in a cleansing energy, a fresh new beginning for this new moon in Aries and spring equinox. Oh my god, it smells so good. And then the bottom it says 37 FM, so you know what full moon they're associated with. I had them upside down, but 1, 2. So this one of these could be yours. Some people order multiple because they like having multiple to burn. You can also order multiple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 8 actually, but I'm gonna keep one I think. 5, 6, 7. Oh my god, it smells so good. 8. Palo Santo oil if it's from Air One actually. I got some Keith ceremonial cacao. Right now I've been using the Aura cacao little discs that my friend got me, and I love them. I'll link those as well, but I love Keith. It's like my go-to. But I love the convenience of the Aura ones as well. But I love, bless you, the ceremonial cacao too. So good. Not sponsored, I get it myself. I love it. So also I got a really cute vase. So pretty, and it has like 2 little thingies, so I'm gonna put like roses in there and have it be in the bathroom by all my skincare. All right, this vlog is so long. I love you so much. All links down below.